Hi, I'm Beverly Briggs, founder and president of Conejo Promise, a leadership development, cultural awareness, and community service organization for students in and around the Conejo Valley. Please meet our 2014 students.
From the guest speakers, I really learned how to be a successful person, and it's really valuable coming from people who have had so much success in their lives and carry with them so much wisdom that they can pass on, and they're really passionate about the things that they're talking about, and I think that's an important quality when speaking to young people because it really gets them interested. And so I really learned a lot of valuable tools for life about how to be successful and how to really enjoy what you're doing and take every opportunity that's afforded to you and make the most out of it.
Dedication, commitment, community service, character, each and every one of those things is important as you pursue your goals, and they will always be important to you for the rest of your life.
What was most important to me was really what the next step is for me, because I've set my foundation like Mr. Bagley said, and now I need to move forward and I need to take that next step and continue to incorporate the foundation that I've gained and into my regular life.
I think that I'll be able to use the lessons that I learned today in a very positive way in my life, just continuing to partake in community service and continuing to love people and be there for people. And I really appreciate what Mr. Fox said about being competent as well as confident, and I think I'll be able to use them very well as I continue in life.
Leadership is about influence. Leadership isn't telling people what to do. Leadership is actually selling people, convincing people, influencing people. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. We don't do a very good job of training people to be leaders today.
One thing that I've learned in today's Mayor Civic Luncheon is the importance of giving back to your community. For all that your community does in electricity, water, and having good education, you have to give something back. You have to, what I've heard before is you have to give a little in order to get a little.
What I have enjoyed the most about Conejo Promise is probably everyone's favorite, is going to the golf course with the fathers. I've never really been golfing before, and it was fun to just go out there in the driving range and even the small putting course to hit a few balls. I do plan to go back with my dad. It was fun.
The thing I enjoyed the most about the father-son golf lesson was just I learned so much about college and what to take in, and to call my mom because she's going to be a nervous wreck when I go to college because she's always looking after me. So I just learned so much from it. It was very insightful.
I really enjoyed looking and seeing the kids' faces when they see toys, the parents and how enthusiastic they are about getting their kids toys.
I was a personal shopper for this older lady. Throughout that whole time, she was telling me her whole life story and how she had cancer and she was still a little sick, but she still had the best personality, the biggest smile on her face, and she was just so thankful for what we were doing.
I enjoyed talking to the parents of the kids the most because to see someone be so happy for their kids and not to receive gifts themselves, but for their family members and their daughters, their sons, whoever they're buying their gifts for. I just think it's great to see other people feeling happy for their family members.
You would never know, like, all these kids who just weren't gonna be able to have a good Christmas, and now like they have a chance to get toys, and it was just like really touching to me because most of the kids were in the daycare, and you could just see how sweet and innocent they are, and now they're gonna be able to have a good Christmas.
One thing I would take from the toy drive is just giving. I mean, it's always better to give than receive, and I truly believe that. And giving these toys to these kids is just a great thing, and I love doing stuff like that. I love devoting my time giving someone less fortunate something that I have, and it's great to share that.
As a senior, I'm running out of time to spend with my mother, and so going to the mother-daughter tea, I was able to have a bonding experience with her and really experience some time with her, kind of being ladylike and girly, and I was also able to listen to Mrs. Perry, who was an amazing speaker, a great influence on my life. So I think as I have to present myself in a professional light, her lessons and her advice will carry with me.
The thing I learned from the mother-daughter tea was just to be a person who is determined and ambitious and goes for what they want in life. And I just learned the many tools that you need, just like character and all the things you need to be successful in life.
Everybody talks to you about having a good personality, being warm and approachable and friendly and articulate and all of that. And, you know, she's good to get along with. You know, they say personality is part nurture and part nature, but many really believe that it is inherited to a large degree. Character, however, is something that is developed and influenced by beliefs and values and shaped by family and friends and education and religion and your life experiences. Make sure you understand the difference in personality and character.
At the mother-daughter luncheon, I learned to be proud of where we come from and to be proud of our DNA because it makes us who we are. And I also learned how to be a successful young woman.
The mother-daughter tea luncheon was one of my favorite things that we did, and I really liked just being able to have some time with my mom, just set aside for us to spend some time together, and with the other mothers and daughters too.
What I enjoyed the most about the mother-daughter tea is that I got to connect with my mom, even though, because at home it's so hectic and chaotic, and she's dealing with my younger brothers, like having to get them ready and everything, and we never have time to really talk.
Some of the things I enjoyed most about Conejo Promise is meeting a lot of new people and really getting involved in the community, helping people in the Dream Center. It's definitely a great experience to get to know people and to really help people in the community. I've loved every second of it.
Probably the same as everyone else is going to the Dream Center in LA to break out and see the families who are pretty much nearly impoverished. It's very humbling to see that.
It really showed me just a different side of things, and also it showed me how happy you can be no matter what you have.
I loved being able to give back to the community, and not just this community, but going down to places like the Dream Center in LA and being able to help others and giving back.
At the Dream Center, I mainly helped out with inviting people to church, and even though most people didn't open their doors, we got to play with some of the kids in the neighborhood, and they really enjoyed our presence, and they didn't care about like the things that they had and what the next day was going to bring. They were just happy in the moment.
They still had the biggest smile on their faces, and they're just so thankful that we came and just to play with them, and it was just a great experience.
All right, Mom and Dad, I just want to thank you for the experiences that you've given me, and I love you guys.
I just want to say thank you to my parents. Mom, I know we don't get along all the time, but thank you for always being there for me and making sure I have what I need to be successful. And thank you, Dad, for being my coach in life and just always being there for me.
Mom, thank you for the hard love that you've given me, even though I may not seem that I appreciate it all the time. It's for my good, and I say thank you.
I want to thank my mom, because I never get to thank you enough, because you do so much for me, and I really love you. And then I want to thank my dad for always being there when I can talk.
I'd like to thank my mom for just allowing me to have this opportunity to come to Conejo Promise. I was a little hesitant at first, but then I started doing it. I realized it's a good program. I think it just made me a better person, made me realize a lot of things about myself. So I'd like to thank you, Mom, for allowing me to do this.
I'd really like to thank my parents for allowing me the opportunity to join this program. I wouldn't have known about it without them, and also my older sister, who kind of took me under her wing before I came in this, and because she's done it before, and I really look up to her.
I want to say thank you to my wonderful mother, who has supported me through some very rough times and has given me this opportunity to be a part of something so wonderful.
I want to say thank you to Mom and Dad, but really Mom, because at first I was very hesitant on signing up for this program, but you were the one who pushed me through to go ahead and go through with it, and it has paid off and it has been a wonderful experience. Dad, thank you for being a mentor, and this program as well is also being a mentor for me.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for allowing me to experience this and be able to go to Oaks Christian, and thank you for all the sacrifices that you made for me. Thank you to my brother for everything you've done, and yeah, thank you.
Okay, I would like to thank my very foxy mama for helping me with this entire process. I'd also like to thank my very handsome daddy for also supporting me through this.
I just want to thank my mom for pushing me into being in the Conejo Promise. I didn't want to do it at first, but now I'm very thankful. So thank you, Mom.
Well, thank you, Mom, because you're just awesome. Like every day, you just do so many things. I can't even begin to thank you for everything that you do. And I love you so much. And thank you, Dad, for supporting me no matter what I do and just being really encouraging. I love you so, so much too. And thank you to my grandparents and to my aunts and uncles.
I would like to thank my mom and my dad because without them I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be who I am today. And I want to thank both of my grandmas for teaching me how to be a presentable young woman in society and how to carry myself.
Hey Mom, I just want to say thanks for pushing me and signing me up for stuff I may not want to do but end up liking it. I know all the advice you give me is for my well-being and all that kind of stuff. And don't cry because I'm being lovey-dovey, because I know you are. But I love you, I always will, even though I don't show it. And you've been such an inspiration in my life, and I just want to say thank you.